Hey guys, and welcome back to my FIFA 23 Manager Career Mode, where we are Dinamo Zagreb in our Balkan League that we've created with all the rest of the world teams, and we are on our way to potentially winning the league. We have a handy lead and looking at playing some European football next season. If you are someone who likes this type of content, sports gaming, that's what this channel is about, remember to hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, let's get into today's first game. This is our recent signing, Alexis Vega. Has 4 goals in 3 games played, so he's got an excellent strike rate at the moment and has proven his worth and his signing by scoring those goals. And we're up against Shakhtar Donetsk from Ukraine in this game. They are 5th and fighting for a spot in the knockout phases of this league, because we have to play some more games after the end of the season as Shakhtar go into attack first, and it was Coyote who was fouled, and we have given them an early free kick in front of goal. Don't see many of these. Actually, I was just thinking about it the other day. I don't think we've had a penalty all season, for or against, except for the penalty shootout that we had in the cup, but no penalties in regular play, as Provod is going to sky that one over the bar. Ninth minute now, and we are on the attack, and this is a ball into Orsic, who plays in Petkovic, and that one goes wide. Petkovic, our leading goal scorer and the leading goal scorer in the league, with about 16 or 17 goals I think he has. And we rebound from the goal kick, and this is Orsic going through the middle here, and Petkovic, lovely little turn, and it's to Ivanovic, who puts Dinamo Zagreb in the lead in the 16th minute. He's scored a few goals lately. After I criticised him in the last game of being a bit quiet, went out and got himself a couple, and he scored again with some good pass work through the Shakhtar defence. And it's 1-0. '26th minute now, and Shakhtar going on the attack, and a little weird chip there, and a 1-2 and a shot, and Novakovic grabs that one easily as we go straight out from defence, and Antuna, all on his own, makes the run, passes it in to Vega with the second goal for Dinamo Zagreb, and he now has a goal a game? More than a goal a game. I think he has, what's that? Was it 5 now? 5 in 4 games? So it was the ball out from Novakovic to Lauritsen, who then played it up to Antuna, and Antuna just went all on his own and played in Vega for the goal, as Shakhtar go on the attack, and it's defended well and headed away for a corner. And here we see it's 5 goals in 5 games. There you go. That stat doesn't seem right, because that's not what it said before the game. It said 4 in 3. Anyway, Shakhtar going forward with the corner, little play out from the corner, no ball in, and this is Stepanenko with the shot, and Novakovic makes the save. Second half now, and it's a demi into Ivanovic, and Ivanovic plays in Rodriguez with the 3rd goal. And we're doing what we do best this season, and that is scoring lots of goals. unlocking the Shakhtar defense again with some good pass play. Keeper goes the wrong way, and it's 3-0. 70th minute now, and it's Shakhtar in midfield. Stepanenko to Kritsov, and it's saved brilliantly by Livakovic. Straight at him with power. And Shakhtar on the attack again, and it's Kritsov playing in Provod, and Livakovic makes another save, and it's a corner. And they pass out again, and the ball in dangerously, cleared away, and it's a brilliant shot from outside the box. And Shakhtar get a goal back. You would think all a little bit too late, and celebrating a little bit too hard in the 82nd minute here, but the ball was cleared initially, and then straight through the sea of players. Livakovic making the dive, but could not keep this one out, and it's a wonderful strike. '89th minute now, and Shakhtar going into attack again. Can they get a second goal here? It's Sudakov who gets through the defense, and Livakovic makes another brilliant save as we go on the counter, and this is Misic. Misic plays the ball in, but that's no good, and that is full time as we keep up the wins in this league and maintain our dominant position at the top of the table. That's going to hurt Shakhtar's chances of getting into the final sort of playoff rounds for the European phases, as Alexis Vega gets another goal for us. And we don't know how many games he's played and how many goals he's scored, because the stats are all out of whack. It's Shakhtar Donetsk 1, Dinamo Zagreb 3. So Tolic has been on the blower, letting us know that he's not happy with the current state of affairs and that he wants to move on. And I've said, sometimes it's weird when you choose these, and I was just kind of say like, yeah, learn from experience. And basically I was like, yeah, we'll look at moving you on kind of thing. And I don't know, that wasn't, I don't think, the response that we were trying to give him. But anyway, Baturina, there is a loan going on with Crystal Palace, and he's going to leave the club for a year on a loan deal, get him some game time. He is someone I've said previously that we want to maintain in our team, but yeah, the game time's not coming for him. He's just kind of on the cusp there. He's young, he's got a good overall, but he's definitely going to get some game time over at Crystal Palace. So a year deal to get him into the fray, develop him, so hopefully he'll come back and be, you know, somewhat regular in our squad. Spal are interested in Alexander Popovic, our Australian defender. We sat down with them, and we don't want the loan with option to buy deal, and they were like, we're having none of that, so they walked out on that one. I do figure out how to make that happen in the future. Adana Demirspor, sounds like a Turkish team, are interested in Robbie Burton, who was someone that we were trying to loan out in the last episode, but it didn't pay off. We did agree to something, I think, and then it fell through the deal at the end. But we're just going to agree to that and let him go for a year or two there, I think. And that's the state of affairs. We're at the top of the table, 13-point lead now over Sparta Praha, who are, as I've said before, the only team to defeat us this season in the league. And we are going to play them in this video. So our next game, see, it says it again, 4 goals in the last 3 games, and then when he scored in the other game, he had 5 from 5. What the hell's going on, FIFA? straighten that out. So we're playing Ferencvarosi, who are, I think, another team who are right on the cusp of trying to play some... No, they're not. They are definitely not. They are out of contention. In 9th place, as we go into the first half here, and it's the 3rd minute. And we're just playing the ball outside the box, and down goes Rodriguez from that tackle. And it's a yellow card for Esiti. And Rodriguez is injured. Here's the tackle again. Going down, and we had to sub him off. So we've lost Rodriguez. Don't know for how long, if it's just a game thing or a little while. So someone else is going to get an opportunity to play in that position now, as we have a free kick. And I accidentally hit the lob button on that one. I remember that one. Best defense in the league so far by quite a ways. 11 goals conceded. Next team has 20. So, yeah, it is quite a good effort in our first season. There's Ferencvarosi go forward, and they've scored. In the 11th minute, catching us out again as our defender goes to meet the player and basically gets himself out of position, and it's one of these power strikes, and he winds up and puts it in the back of the net. We're trailing from the kickoff now. It's Vega who dances around one player and almost going alone here, and he gives the ball to Pekovic, who could have gone forward there, but passes the ball out to Adzani, who has come in, and the ball is played in to Pekovic, who equalizes in the 16th minute and adds to his tally for the season. Good ball in from Adzani, the Australian, and Pekovic using his strength to get in front of the defender and meeting that one, and too much for the keeper to handle, and straight in the back of the net, and it's 1-1 from the kickoff again. And Ferencvarosi trying to go on the attack as the ball is given up by the defender straight to Vega, all on his own, and it's 2-1. A great response, going down early, and within a matter of minutes we've turned it around from trailing to leading, as the defender coughs the ball up clumsily and gives it to Vega, and now he's got like a 1.2 goal per game strike rate or something. So happy with his performance as we find ourselves in the attack again, and Adzani plays the ball to Pekovic out in the wing this time. Back to Adzani, who plays the ball in to Ivanushets, who finds Vega all on his own just outside the 6-yard box, and the keeper had no chance. And Ferencvarosi are a shambles in defense at the moment, and they've been made to pay for it. It's 3-1 so early on in the game, and Vega is just stacking up the chips in reference to how many goals he scored. So we go from the kickoff again, and it's Ferencvarosi giving the ball up once again, and Ivanushets plays a beautiful little dink over the top to Pekovic, who gets his second goal, and it's 4-1 in the first half. Absolute dominance. That first goal has really woken us up, We're like, we're not having any of that. And we just punched 4 goals in quick succession as we go on the attack again. And Špikić, who's playing out on the wing, to Pekovic, who gets himself a hat-trick. Not sure what the keeper was doing there. Didn't look like it was that difficult a save for him to make. He's just kind of muffed it. Yeah, kind of going to the ground. He got a hand on it. And it just skipped into the back of the net. Very poor keeping there. Have you noticed we are not playing the 100% full side. We've got Špikić and Arzani are getting game time on the wing as we steal the ball from the defense again, and it's Pekovic all on his own. And he puts it wide. Could have had 4 goals in the first half. This one just bending the wrong way. As we go into the second half now, and this is Arzani. Little turn inside, plays the ball in to Hartley, the Youth Academy striker that we brought up this season, and that one's saved straight at the keeper. It's about time he made a save. We're just trying to make it a little bit easy for him. As we get a corner now, and the head down from, I think it was J-Trilla. Wait. Yeah. So it's J-Trilla heading the ball down to J-Trilla, who scored the goal. So both J-Trillas touched the ball on that one. So it's J-Trilla with the header to J-Trilla to goal. And the defender gets himself on the score sheet. It's not his first goal of the season, I don't think. I think he's got a couple at least. Because I do recall him scoring. As it's 6-1 now. And Špikić on the attack. And the ball in. And it's missed by Hartley. But Arzani had a crack. And it was saved. As we go forward again. And this is Sanchez, our defender. Loves to make those runs down the wing. And he's all the way into the box here. Sanchez! In off the bar! Another great run from Sanchez. All the way down the wing. All on his own. A solo goal from Sanchez as he puts that one across the keeper. And it's 7-1. Brilliant strike. It's not off the bar, just into the side netting, into the goal. And this has been quite the performance as this late foul gets Ademi himself a yellow card. And it's not his first one of the season. I think he has the only cards that we have this season. Our captain. And it finishes 7-1. 4 attempts on goal. 3 goals from Pekovic. He came off in the end. Give him a rest. The game was well in hand, so it was time to give some of the other strikers a run. And the final score here is Dinamo Zagreb 7, Ferencvarosi 1. And on the back of Tolic saying he wanted out, Club Brugge have come in and offered to pick him up on transfer, and we sat down with them. They're offering 2.6. We upped that to 2.9, and they were happy with that. So we'll go back and see whether or not he actually does agree to the trade, to the transfer. And there is the ladder again. We are, 3 games to go and well clear, and I think at this point it's time to start looking at some of the players that we've got, because we want to keep 19 goals for Pekovic. We want to get him to 20 if we can, but we are starting to mix it up a little bit. We're starting to play some of the subs or like second string players as we come up against Panathinaikos away. our bogey team this season a little bit. Well, they're the ones that knocked us out of the cup, and we could put pain to them by giving them a defeat in this game, because they're right on the edge of qualification for the playoff rounds for the European stages that are coming up. As we go straight from kickoff, and it's Panathinaikos giving the ball straight up to our man Antuna, who's going to go for a run. He has the speed, and he's going to take him on, and he's going to put the ball in. And the header, I think it was from Vega, pushed wide by the keeper. As we get ourselves a corner, and it's Vega taking the corner. Ball in, and that is saved by the keeper. Too close. You really got to put those out wide if you want to put some bend on it, as it's headed straight back in to Vega, who plays in Ivanovic, and it's 1-0 in the 9th minute. And Ivanovic gets himself another goal. I think he's scored a goal in the last 3 games. And in one of those games, he got 2. So he's on a bit of a roll, a bit of a score flurry. And he'd be up there as one of the top scorers in the league as well. Our captain, as you can see, he's wearing the armband. So he's captain for today. And I think I might have made him captain at this point, as we get caught out and Panathinaikos go forward, and it's saved brilliantly by Livakovic. Yeah, I think we might have made Ivanovic's captain at this point. I did change it up because I felt like he's been good enough to be the captain. As we go forward again, and Pekovic is played in, and it is Vega with another goal to add to his tally. What a player he's been so far. Not a traditional striker, but that's where we're playing him, and that is been fruitful. Just too much power on it, and a bit of outward bend past the keeper, falling to the ground as they do in this game, instead of actually maybe diving across to save it. As we play in defense here and just give the ball up clumsily, as Livakovic makes the initial save and gets us out of jail once again, as Panathinaikos go on the attack once again. And this is Carlitos, and the ball is cleared, but we're not out of trouble yet. And it comes back to Carlitos, who has a shot, and it's deflected in the rebound, and it's saved again from Livakovic. The initial shot blocked, and then the half volley, and Livakovic pushing it wide. And we're in the second half now, and Panathinaikos giving the ball up, and we play out, and Pekovic has given the ball to Ivanovic. Brilliant goal from Ivanovic, his second of the game. A great strike from the edge of the box into the top corner. We hit him on the counter attack, and there was nothing the keeper could do about that one. Lots of power and bend. Doesn't get a touch on it, and it's 3-0. As it's the 87th minute now, and we go forward again, and this is Hartley. Hartley with the shot, and it is saved. And that's how it would finish. We punish Panathinaikos for knocking us out of the cup earlier in the season. Ivanushets gets himself a couple of goals, and this man, Livakovic, making some really big saves to keep us in the game. You know, they could have scored a couple, at least, that he turned away. And it's Panathinaikos 0, Dinamo Zagreb 3. So I didn't see it in the game, but I caught it afterwards. And Vega actually went down, and he's out for 4 weeks with an injury. So we're going to bring in Drimic to replace him in the meantime. And Rodriguez is back from injury. As with 2 games remaining, we have a 16-point lead over the rest of the league. It's a bit of a tight league because there's teams there that have really pushed us and they're not factoring at the top of the table. And then there's teams that are at the top who we've completely destroyed this season. So amongst themselves, they're quite evenly matched, but we have built this team quite well over the course of the season, and we are quite strong, which leads me to believe why we're so dominant at the moment. As Burton leaves on a loan to Adana Demirspor for 12 months, and we'll see what he's like when he comes back. Like I said before, he needs to get out and get some game time somewhere because he's just not going to get it where he is, and his age is climbing. He's not 26 or anything, but he's like in his early 20s, but we need to get some progress out of him. As we come to the third game of this video against Univ Craiova, and I am showing the lineup here, and it is a complete B team that we are playing out there. We got some first team players on the bench just in case we get in trouble and we need to pull one out of the hat, but it is the B team. We've got Calvo in goals, some unfamiliar faces playing in this one to get him on the pitch. Let's see what we've got lying there in hidden in our squad, and put them up against a team that's struggling. They're second bottom. So it's Craiova going first into the attack, and that shot is just wide of the post. Don't mind the black strip on them. It's quite appealing. I like a good black strip for a team. As Craiova go forward again, and Calvo makes a save. It was straight at him, mind you. And they've had all the attacks so far. So our B team just struggling a little bit against one of the lower sides, which means it is a tight league. You know, we wouldn't do this well without the team that we have. As Craiova put the ball in, and from the corner, it's headed in past Calvo from Nistor, the captain. Great goal at the near post, beating 2 of our defenders, getting his head to the ball. As we see it again, in between 2 defenders, and then putting it over the top of Calvo and into the back of the net. Great header. Outstretched hand of Calvo, could not reach it, and it's 1-0 Craiova. 29th minute now, and it's Špikic going down the wing, and he plays the ball into Kleinheiser, who can't get on the end of it. The Hungarian, as we tried to equalize, and this is Hartley now. A run of his own, and the power strike is straight at the keeper, and he is unable to equalize. I've just, at this point, started to try and utilize that feature, so I'm just testing it out. And from the corner, it's cleared, but it's headed down again, and it's Baturina with another of those power strikes. As you can see, I was just figuring out how to do it. Not to great effect though. Second half now, and it's Drmic playing in, and Kleinheiser gets the ball back for us here, and Drmic now, lovely little turn inside, beats a couple of defenders. Oh, it's Drmic all on his own! And it's the equaliser. Drmic with a great little run, sidestepping and dribbling his way through two of the Craiova defenders. And he gets the goal. Look at this. Sidestep, little leap, gets through, pushes his way past, and the third defender before he puts it in the back of the net. And he has an eye for goal, Drmic. When he is on, he does seem to find the back of the net. As we go forward again, and it's Špikić on the ball again, and that was a weird through ball there to Drmic, the goal scorer, who puts the ball in. And Baturina's shot is saved brilliantly by the keeper as Brunner goes forward. We all know Brunner off the youth academy. He's scored a couple of goals this season. He plays the ball in. Baturina with the header down to Ivanišec, who's come off the bench, and that's into the side netting. As Craiova go forward now late in the game. It's the 88th minute, and this shot from distance is saved by Calvo. As we try to get out of defense here, and it's intercepted, but we do get the ball back. And a great pass in to Antuna, who goes for goal, but his first touch wasn't brilliant, and the keeper saves it. And it's a draw. We don't get the win. Our B team did struggle a little bit. So, yeah, without the players we have, we may not be as dominant as we have been. So, we do have a team in there in our reserves that can compete. And it's Univ Craiova 1, Dinamo Zagreb 1. Going to our scouting, Blagoje Dragovic from Croatia. We're going to pick him up and put him on our youth academy. And we had to get rid of Sasha Novak because our youth academy was full. And we only just picked him up in the last video, but kind of the weakest link that I could find, and we got rid of him. Anton Jovanovic from Croatia. We've also picked him up on our youth academy scouting. So maybe we see those guys in the future. Tolic has agreed to the deal with Club Brugge, and he is on his way out the door. Transferred to Club Brugge for 2.9 million. And what did they say that we could have got for him? It's a B-rated trade, B-rated transfer. 3.6 was the most potential transfer we could have got. With one game to go, we are well clear, as we've established already. Plus 63 goal difference. We've only conceded 13 goals, and we've had some really big drubbings this season of other teams. So that's to be expected. And as we go into the final game against Sparta Praha, like I said many times, they're the only team to have beaten us this season. I just want to change the subject for a second. So this is a sports gaming channel, and in light of 2 days ago, I, by freak chance, met Daniel Ricciardo. He came through my work here in Australia, and I got to shake his hand and have a quick chat with him, and it made me start to think that would you guys be interested in some F1 gaming content as well? And if so, let me know in the comments. Would you want a driver career mode or a my team career mode? So have a think about that and let me know, because it's something I do want to do. So we are going into our final game, and this guy, I think, scored a goal against us in the first game of the season, and they beat us 2-0 from memory. And we're here at home against Sparta Praha for some payback. And to finish off the league, as this is the final game of this video, and it is top of the table clash between Dinamo Zagreb and Sparta Praha, as we play our full team minus Vega, who's out with injury, and the team has come along well, I think, throughout this season. We've signed a lot of players and a lot of very good players, so we are prepped for European football, I think, and I guess we'll get to see that next season, because it's looking like we're going to go and have a go at that as Sparta Praha go forward, and Ademi gets himself another yellow card during that play. So, jeez, it's lucky not to get a red there. As they go from the corner and is turned away by Lavakovic. And Sparta Praha going forward again. And another save from Lavakovic. So, they want to come and finish the job, as we are not crisp out of defense once again and give the ball away. And we're going to build from here, and it's beautifully worked out as Orsic now on the wing plays the ball out, and it is switched to Antuna, and Antuna going forward into the box, and he's chipped over the top to the keeper, who makes an easy routine save. And that's all that really happened in the first half. It was pretty dull affair as we go into the second half, and it's Orsic on the wing here, stepping around a player beautifully, and he's going to go for a little bit of a run. And he's going to play a ball in here to Petkovic with the goal, the header, leaping over the top of his defender and breaking the deadlock and putting a stamp on this season. He has over 20 goals. And it's beautifully worked again. That is our specialty. The wing, the cross, and the finish in the box, as I think an offside free kick gets rebounded back, and it's Ivanušec on the ball here. And Ivanušec with a bit of an optimistic effort from outside the box. Probably could have played Petkovic in, but went on his own, as Tolic plays what could be his last game for Dinamo Zagreb, as he comes on for Orsic, and it is Antuna on the ball now, playing the ball in, and it's brilliantly bicycle kicked in from Ivanušec. A low bicycle kick. We'll see that again in a second, as he's congratulated by Tolic, who's in two minds now, one on Club Brugge, as we see that here again, a bit of a half sideways bicycle kick from the cross, just over the defender's head, and that is turned in lovelily by Ivanušec. 86th minute now, and we're on the break again, and it's Antuna once again down the wing. You can see Petkovic coming in. It wasn't Petkovic, it was Špikic. And the header is saved and booted into Špikic's chest. And that is the end of the game. And it wasn't a dominant performance, but it was a clinical one. And we get it back to an aggregate of 2-2 on Sparta Praha this season, as Petkovic gets a goal and Ivanušec gets a goal. The captain, the new captain, Ivanušec. And it's Dinamo Zagreb 2, Sparta Praha 0. So order restored against Sparta Praha, and Levante are interested in Modibo on a loan offer. Another player that's not getting game time. He's actually a little bit older. He's 26, but he's 67 overall. And we're going to look at trying to get him on a loan deal. And I'm also thinking for this one that, yes, option to buy is on the table because he's not a player that's, probably in the future. And that was agreed to. And he is off to Levante for a season, I think. As this is the end of the season, 79 points, 19 points over Sparta Praha in second. As we move into the playoff rounds now, so we got 6 teams. Dinamo Zagreb, Sparta Praha, Dinamo Kiev, Slavia Praha, Victoria Plzeň, and Shakhtar Donetsk are the 6 teams that will be playing in the playoff. And that is today's video. So coming up will be those playoff games where we will see if we are going to be playing Champions League or Super Cup or whatever, Europa League. We have a 10-point lead to start off with because it factors, where you finished and how far ahead you finished. So that's coming up in the next video. We roll on, like I said before, have a think about some other sports, the Formula 1 game, potentially a driver career mode or my team career mode. Let me know what you think. Would you be interested? Do you want me to keep doing that? Do you want me to just do a FIFA player career instead? Give me some suggestions. They're kind of like the 2 games that I want to feature starting out. There will be some other sporting games coming up. But that's all for today. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe. And thanks for watching.